Okay, welcome back to another YouTube video. So we are currently 2 days post-show now. So we're in for legs today. But yeah, obviously first show of the season didn't really go as we wanted. Some, I'm going to say skeptical judging, but I think with the PCA they just went for a certain look, favouring the smaller guy, more of like a classic-y look. And I think what me and Reese said prior to the show is that I'm like on the cusp of bodybuilding. Like I'm not like fully a bodybuilder. I'm like in the middle, nearing towards like going into bodybuilding classes. So and the last show just kind of confirmed that like the guys in classic just have better kind of structure, more of a classic shape, and I think that's all it was kind of going for, just a certain look on the day, and I looked probably a bit more bodybuilder-ish than a classic bodybuilder. So it is what it is. It's one of them things, we can't control it. It was a bit annoying, but we move on. So the plan of action moving forward now is to these next two shows. I've already kind of registered for classic classes, so I'm going to do them because I've already kind of registered for them. But with these next two shows, I can do two classes. So I'm going to do the classic bodybuilding, and then I'm going to do the open bodybuilding in both of them, just to kind of see where we stand with them all. And that's going to give us a bit more data and just basically just see how well we do in each, basically. So I'm going to be in with the big boys, see where we stand, and then we can kind of go from there. And then I'm on holiday after those two, and then depending on the results, I'll probably just go into a big off season. I think a year to 18 months of growing, I should be about there, ready to go and compete well in the big open classes. So that's going to be probably the plan of action post holiday and post these shows. Today we are in for the first kind of leg session in about 10 days. So the last video we did was more of like a hamstring session, or posterior session. That's the last time I did any sort of legs. So today is like my full proper leg day, pretty much just on the pendulum squat and the leg press. We're just doing one top working set. But other than that, like full intensity pretty much, and just back into the swing of things with training. Obviously it's a Monday today, so I normally train legs on a Wednesday, so we've shifted the leg day forward just so we've got time to freshen up the legs in the lead up to the show and just drop off the water and any inflammation off the legs leading up into the next show. So yeah, that's where we're currently at. So yeah, the show wasn't the kind of the result we wanted, but it's just gave us more of an insight of where I stand in the different classes and stuff. So yeah, the next 2 weeks are going to be interesting, so we can see where we fully stand. And ultimately, I want to be a bodybuilder. I want to be an open bodybuilder. I don't want to be a classic bodybuilder. It's one of them. And it's funny because my last show I did novice bodybuilding. They said I was too small. I've had a big productive off season. I've gained 10 kg of muscle, and I've got into a classic category. And now they're probably saying I'm too big for classic. So it's annoying, but it's one of them things, it can't be helped. So yeah, focus now is just to go into the open bodybuilding classes, see where we stand. So yeah, that is where we are currently at. So we're going to go into the leg day today. We're going to go over my full proper leg session and full send it and go from there. All right, okay, so we're going to start off with the standing hamstring curl. So before any kind of big movements like pendulum squat, leg press, I always like to warm up the legs. So warm up the hamstrings and then warm up the quads prior to this, just to save my knees basically, warm up, lube them up, and then we're ready for the big heavy movements. Otherwise I get some mad knee pain in my knees. So we're gonna start off with the standing hamstring curl, couple of sets, probably 3 sets on this, and then we will go from there. Yeah, man. So yeah, we're just going to basically warm up. I'm going to do a few sets just because, again, I haven't trained them in a while. So I'm going to build up basically to 3 plates a side pretty much. So starting on a plate, then 2 plates, probably 2.5, and then I'm going to go in on my top sets. So yeah, 2 sets, two top working sets, and then yeah, we'll go on to the next exercise. Yeah, so with the majority of my hamstring movements, I just really like to do them single leg. That's why I do this exercise over like a lie-in on this one. And even when I do the, you'll see it later on in the video, but when I do the seated hamstring curl, I also do that single leg as well. I just find I get a better connection with it over doing them both together. So yeah, just takes double the time. Right, okay, next one, we're going to go on to a leg extension. So like I said, just lubing up the joints. So, done hamstrings, then just going to warm up the quads prior to going on to the pendulum squat, basically. So again, we're just going to build up gradually, and then 3 working sets on this one. So yeah, that's what we're going to do next. So, a little tip for when you're on the leg extension. It's the only leg movement where you want to fully lock your knee, and that gets the full contraction all the way up to the top of your quad. So if you're only doing like, you're not going fully extending, you're not going to be working your quad all the way up. So as you fully extend, you'll be able to feel it all the way up to the top near your hip. So make sure you lock your knee on the leg extension. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Dang. The fucking pump is... Huh? Fuck. Tell you what, there's something hilarious at the show. When I went for my tanning, the second coat in the morning, like 7:30 in the morning, freezing cold, back door was open, so all like the wind was coming in. Obviously you just have a sock on your cock, and this lad was like in a big circle, like after your tan drying off, this lad's sock just fell fully off his fucking knob, and literally he was like, I'm fucking freezing, that's why. His balls must have like fucking just zapped up, and his sock fell off his cock. How embarrassing, in front of about 10 lads. The things you see at these shows. Oh God. A bit lighter on this. There. Burning out quick. Woo. Let's go a little bit lighter. My legs still feel fucking battered from the show. Okay, next one we're going to go on to the pendulum squat. That's the main quad movement. So if you want big quads, fucking get on the pendulum. And I also like to add this little pad behind the seat, basically, well, on the seat, behind my shoulders. And this basically just lines, I find that it just lines the hips up a lot better. So I'm not kind of like leant back constantly, I'm like in a fixed like a normal position for a squat, if that makes sense. So if you think when you're doing a squat, you don't kind of lean backwards, you're going to lean forward a little bit, and that's kind of what it does for the pendulum squat. So always add the pad on, it feels a lot better for the movement. So yeah, we're going to build up on this. Probably going to go 5 plates probably as my top working set. I don't really want to push it too much because my legs already feel fucked. But yeah, I'll probably build up to 5 plates, see how that feels, and just one top working set on this today. So yeah, let's get into it. And another thing you want to be thinking about, especially on any kind of squat movement, quad focused movement, it's all about knee flexion. So people will load the weight up and then they'll come like halfway down like this, and you're not fully getting that full flexion in your knee. So you want to come literally as far down as you physically can, full knee flexion here, and then drive up, and then you know you're using all of the quad, as opposed to if you only came here, you're only using kind of half of it. So full knee flexion is key on any sort of squat movement. Woo. So we're just going to build up in plates at a time. Just low reps, like 3 or 4 reps on each one, and then see how it feels on 4. If I feel like I can go 5, I'll go 5, and then we'll just leave it at that for this today. Oh my god, fuck that. Oh. Alright, okay, next one. We're going on to leg press next. So again, we're just gonna kind of warm up, build up. I'm not going too crazy, because like I said, my legs are fucked. But yeah, we're just gonna build our way up. It's probably between like 350 and 400. And you'll notice that I always take my shoes off for like the pendulum and on this. I don't know why, it just kind of feels a lot more comfortable for me, and mainly for this as well, like leg press, I get super low. But like I said, it's all about knee flexion again, and for me to get knee flexion, I need to come super fucking low. So having just like a heel on my shoe doesn't help with the range of motion basically. So yeah, that's why I take my shoes off, and it just feels a lot better. My feet are a lot flatter as well. So yeah, but you'll notice like when I come down, you'll see like how fucking low that I get on this. Like I have to come super fucking low like this, and it literally touches the bottom there. So adding like a fucking heel underneath my foot, I'm just going to be hitting the bottom before I actually reach full knee flexion. So yeah, that's where you want to be getting, as low as you physically can. Keep standing up too quick. Woo. What's that, 300? Yeah, 340, see how that feels. Ooh. Next one, hip abductor, aka fanny tightener. So obviously, to build that thickness in your legs, do not neglect your adductors. All this part is what gets the real width in your legs. So if you're a guy, don't shy away from this movement. It's not just for girls. And you can get a good stretch on it. Loosen up the hips. Oh. Oh, fucking hell.
You got it?
Yep. Yep. Oh, fucking hell. Yep. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Hamstring. You're not on this one, are you, mate? You're not on this one, are you? You're not on this one, are you? Right, okay, going back onto a hamstring movement. So, like I said earlier, seated hamstring curl. Going to do it single leg just because I feel it a lot more and I feel like it isolates the hamstring a lot more. So I'm going to do the seated leg, single leg, as opposed to both at the same time. Let's go. Oh. We're just doing 2 sets on this one. Just 2 sets, 10 to 12. And then we've only got left hip, abductor. Abductor or adduct? What is it? Fuck knows. I can't remember now. The open one. And then calves, and then we're done. Oh, right. That's it on that. Just got hip abductor, and then calves, and that's a wrap. Oh. Just a couple of sets on this again. Slightly higher rep range again. 15 reps on this. Just to get the booty a little bit on this session. And then yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up on calves. So yeah, decent session overall. I thought I'd be a lot more fucked than I was. Than I am, sorry. After the show day weekend, because my legs were battered after the show, just tensing them. They made us hold the rounds as well. And my legs were cramping after. And they still feel fucking sore. So, not a bad session considering I only competed 2 days ago. And diving straight back in on legs. So, yeah, overall, not bad. Oh! Right, last exercise, calves. So I like to do it on this leg press, mainly because the standing calf's just fucking extremely light. So I normally do it on this. It's a lot heavier. So yeah, we're gonna do it on the leg press. So yeah, I only really hit calves once a week, to be fair. I literally just do 3 sets and that's it. I'm kind of blessed with decent calves, to be honest, and I think it's just from fucking off season carrying around like over 20 stone of body weight. So yeah, I literally just do calves once a week and I've not got bad calves. So yeah, just make sure you fucking hit them right. Big stretch, big squeeze, and fill them with blood. Alright guys, that is that. Full leg day, 2 days post show. Like I said, it went better than I expected, to be fair. I expected it to be an absolutely shit session. I've actually got a little bit of life in me, to be honest, compared to the last video we did in Ultra Legs, where I was absolutely bollocks. I looked dead inside. I've actually got a bit of energy today, probably from the Five Guys post show. But yeah, much better session than I expected. So yeah, next video will probably be going into the peak week of my next show. So I'm literally 6 days out from my next show now. And then I'm just vlogging the next video, the next post show. The next show is just going to be a normal vlog. And then yeah, we will go from there. So hope you enjoyed and I'll catch you in the next one. Bosh!